Hi, everybody. This is Susie Liberatore, your branding expert and art director of Visions to Images. I am an art director who has invested years mastering the digital design world and was an early insider to the digital marketing space. I learned the twists and turns of exactly how to bring that physical brand presence to the online space seamless through beautiful branding design for a variety of different businesses, ranging from corporations to small businesses and even large businesses. Today, I have an amazing person that I'm sharing a story with on my podcast. Hi, this is Susie Liberatore, owner of Visions to Images, and today on my podcast, I have Kim Smith with the CEO of Her Bold Voice Speaks. She helps women communicate efficiently in a variety of ways. I'm super excited to have her on here. I've been talking with her, and I love seeing all of her stuff. So thank you, Kim, for coming on.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me on. And I want you to know, being the CEO of Her Bold Voice Speaks, this is the first day I've had my voice back in over a week. So, oh, God, I got my voice back.
Thank you, right? Like we've been trying to do this thing forever.
I know. Oh, my gosh. I know.
Perfect. So tell me how you kind of got it started in this field.
Well, Susie, it goes way back. I remember as a young child, I was always that kid outside where we always played with all the neighborhood kids up and down the street, organizing hopscotches and games. And I grew up dancing. That was my lifeline, was dancing. So I'd organize shows in my garage in the summertime and charge all the kids to come and watch and things like that. But I was also told I had a big mouth, be quiet. You are to be seen, not heard. I'm sure a lot of us have heard that when we were younger growing up. And that's how I all woke up to, unbeknownst, because I was so young back then, to women's voices. And now that with the climate, fast forward, the climate that our country, that this whole world is in with women's voices, it just is really, it's like, it gives me goosebumps. It like makes my heart go pitter patter in the middle of the night. It's my passion to really help women enhance their voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally love that. And I was a dancer growing up too, and I'm sure I had a big mouth as well. So I can totally relate to that.
Oh, I like that.
As I kind of grew up, I felt like I was an introvert though. Like I felt like I was shy and quiet and stuff. But when people got to know me, I was always that loud person. So yeah, I feel like a lot of women especially struggle with speaking and communicating for sure, especially when it comes to being on the stage and stuff. And I know you help so many women with that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not even just being on a stage, it's presenting. I mean, if your business or your career is presenting and you're internally falling apart before you get to that presentation, you're high stake risks of not being able to close a deal, not being able to get to that call to action, so to speak. There's so much going on the inside, which, by the way, is the biggest, loudest, boldest voice that we all have, is that inner critic, aka I call her the hag in the attic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Awesome. So tell me kind of what you're most excited about. You have so much going on. I know I follow you. You're very active in the community in Detroit. So tell us what's exciting.
Oh gosh, there's so much going on. I'm contemplating on launching a 6-month Her Bold Voice Speaks coaching program. I'm not quite sure if I want to do something like that. I've been on a fence post around that. So we're behind the scenes working on some of that. And I'm writing a book. I'm a published author. I've been involved in multiple projects and stepped away from writing, launched a blog a couple of years ago, stepped away from that. So I'm in the process of writing a book. And I think I'm going to host a local 2-day retreat for women to really come and step in to that inner critic and really shift that mindset.
Yes, absolutely. That is amazing. All of those things sound so amazing. I'm definitely excited to see you along this journey for sure. And I know we've kind of been talking about the group coaching end of things a little bit on the back end. So I really hope that you kind of pull the trigger and launch it, because there's so many people that absolutely need to jump on that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
Okay, so tell me, if you could tell anybody, like one piece of advice, or however many pieces of advice, sometimes people go overboard, if they're just getting started, like what's your best advice to give to somebody to start their business or jump out of their 9 to 5 or do their passion?
Oh, wow. Gosh, first, get a mentor.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Second, um, start asking for referrals of a business slash, wherever you're at in your business, like a business coach or a startup business coach. And there's a difference between mentor and coaching. I won't go into that on the show today, but I feel we need both. And I'm where I am from having both in my life. Uh, and thirdly, oh my gosh, build a tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Build a tribe of like-minded individuals. I have got, Susie, I say this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, you are one of them. When I meet a person and we've had dialogue and we go back and forth for things, and as we are evolving and building a relationship, those relationships, those connections of mine, listen, you can take, well, except for my dogs, you can, and my husband too. I guess I need to throw him in there. It just depends on what kind of day it is with him. No, I'm just kidding. My husband, my dogs, as long as they're safe and sound, you can have all my other materialistic stuff. Take those connections, and you might. I think I would die. I realized this past year in 2019 in December, I turned 60. I realized how important those connections are. That tribe is so important. Whether it's someone that I have lunch with or grab a phone call and we just vent and maybe bitch moan a little bit about business, or
Right. Yeah.
or it's a referral strategic partner, or it's a mastermind, or it's just, oh, I need to get out of the house and decompress in a glass of wine we have. I have those connections all over the world, and I would be lost without them.
Right. Exactly. I can vouch for that for sure. In the entrepreneur world, it's definitely very overwhelming, tiresome, anxiety. There's a lot of things going on, and sometimes we just need that break. We need that step away. We need to talk to somebody. We need to vent to somebody. We need that coach. We need that mentor. We need that tribe. We need all of that. And I definitely agree with all of it, because I know when I started, I kind of was hesitant, and I said this before, with hiring a business coach or sales coach or getting involved in a mastermind or whatever, because when you take that leap into a business, you're like, oh, I need to make money. No, you can't just make money off the floor like that. You have to invest a little bit and get where you need to be. You have to have connections and tribes and coaches. You have to. I know I've been working with Renee Rebar. I know you know her, but I'm in her mastermind, and she's my sales coach, and I call her my business coach. I call her all sorts of things because she's very diverse, and without having that tribe, without having her, without having all these people and being involved in the local community, there would be no business. There would just be nothing.
You're right. And I think also too, when we are launching businesses, we get into that shiny, flashy penny syndrome and the white picket fence syndrome. The shiny, flashy coin syndrome is, oh my God, over here. Oh my God, over here. It's like that's what my dogs do when they see a squirrel. Squirrel, 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 squirrel. And we're doing everything. And it's like, oh my God, the more stuff you pack on, the further away you are from your ideal client that is going to lead you to your target audience. And that's where you are going to be expressing your voice, that whole journey. But when you're packing all this stuff on, your voice becomes suffocated, isolated, too padded, and we're not seen like we need to be seen. One, and two, the white picket fence syndrome is, oh my God, Susie's white picket fence is so perfect and beautiful. Oh God, I want my business to be like hers. Well, first of all, I do not want my business to be like yours because you're the marketing guru, phenomenal person, and you're a single mom.
Mhm.
Susie, I admire you. I don't know how you do it. I don't have kids. I can't even start comparing that stuff.
Right.
All our picket fences, first of all, are not white. Because if you really think about this, if we had white picket fence around our homes outside, there's weather elements. There's things that happen to it. And that's the same thing with business. And I see a lot of my clients are about 2 years into their business and they're putting that cart. That cart is so far. The horse can't even find the darn cart anymore. It's like so far. So don't start spending money left and right and here and there, because I agree with you. We got to invest into our businesses to grow. And many, many years ago, we could build a business on a nickel, on a dime. I think that was the HGTV, remod on a dime or something. We could build a business on a dime. We can't do that anymore. We need a website that's going to cost money and time. We need a business card of however sorts. I'm still old fashioned. I like my my cardboard business card. I mean, it
Right.
takes
Oh, yeah.
money. You got to have money. But boy, I see so many women are like, well, I'm looking at the space, and it's like, I think that that's great. You're looking at a space and doing your due diligence and collecting some numbers and facts, but you have no damn clients. It's like,
Right. Oh,
can
yeah.
we get some clients? Let's get some clients.
Yeah, and I think that, yeah, getting the clients is important, but making sure that you're able to maintain them and have the client retention so
Yes.
that you don't go out of business. People try to jump into things too quickly or see opportunities and go after those rather than focus on the things at hand.
Yes, I totally agree. And I think that was some wonderful words that that we last and burnout and stuff like that. I think that's part of that shiny, flashy coin syndrome is part of plays big in the burnout. And as you know, I know, I used, I mean, we wear multiple hats when we're running a business. I used to own an internet radio station. I had to have a team. I had a team, and I'm still was 24/7, 365. And I trust me, I crashed. I crashed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we have to be prepared. How are we going to retain? How are we going to maintain ourselves? This
Right.
self-care topic that is constantly talked about.
Yes, absolutely. I'm actually kind of going through that as well. I'm taking Friday off. I'm doing a mental day, just taking care of myself, just taking the day off. I need.
Yay. Congratulations and good for you. And here's another thing. That's awesome. This is why we own our businesses, because we can walk away, close the door. We can shut the computer off. We are at choice. We're the ones that are in charge. We are at choice. Okay, ladies, but embrace the fact that we have estrogen going through our body and it can run guilty. Embrace it and don't let it stop you or take it over.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. I
That's where the hag in the attic starts getting really big.
love it. Awesome. Okay, so I'll put your bio in the information below, and then they can connect with you. Anybody who's watching and wants to reach out and kind of chat with you or look into the books and stuff.
I appreciate that. Yeah, they can stop on by my website or, and they can just reach out. I'm on LinkedIn. Please reach out on LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. LinkedIn and Facebook are my two favorite places I like to hang.
I love Facebook and LinkedIn for sure.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, great. Well, thank you for coming on. It was so great to talk with you, and we had such a great conversation.
I know. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. All right. You are done, Miss Karen.
You are good, man. You boop, 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 boop. Keep it going. Let's go. Chop, chop.